Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nasrullah. I'm from English Education Department Class D. My student's number is H01223446. So first of all, let's thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us mercy and blessing so I can do my homework today. And my salawat and salam always be given to our prophet, our beloved prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to the lightness, who has brought us from the stupidly era to the cleverness era, namely Islam religion. So today I'm gonna doing my homework from Mr. Dr. Adi Isma SPD MPD. That is make summary for the first week till 7th week. So in the first week I'm not gonna tell anything because in the first week we just do a meeting college that is explain about rules of in the classroom for every single subject. And then the second week Mr. Adi came to our class, which is explained where he explained about the rules again because it's unclear yet. And then in the week 3 we have a presentation about assessment. Okay, I'm gonna tell about assessment. Assessment is a broader and comprehensive evaluation or assessment process to understand someone's abilities, knowledge, or performance. Example, homework and presentation. And then the second one is testing. Testing is a more specific and limited evaluation process to determine someone's ability or knowledge in a particular aspect. Example like examination and quiz. In the context of education, assessment focus more on the learning and development process, while testing focus more on evaluating learning outcomes. Nah, assessment has two types, that is formative assessment and summative assessment. Formative assessment is an evaluation process which is conducted during the learning process to monitor students' progress, identify strengths and weakness. And summative assessment is an evaluation process which is conducted at the end of the learning process to determine the level of the student's achievement. Okay, same as a assessment, testing also has two types, that is norm reference test and criterion reference test. Norm reference test is a type of test that compares a student's ability to other students in the same class, and criterion reference test is a type of test that compares a student's ability to a predetermined standard or criterion. Okay, we move on to the week 4, that is principle of language assessment. Language assessment is the process of gathering information about a language learner's knowledge, skills, and abilities in order to make informed decisions about their language learning progress, instructional needs, and overall language proficiency. Now, there are 7 principles of language assessment. The first one is validity. A test measures what it intends to measure. Next, practicality. A test is feasible to administer and score. And next, reliability. A test produces consistent results. Next, authenticity. A test reflects real life language use. Next, back. A test positively influences language learning. Next, fairness. A test is fair to all test takers. Next, the last, transparency. Test takers understand the criteria used for assessment. Okay, for the week 5, the material is designing classroom language tests. Designing classroom language tests are the process to assess students' abilities in the classroom with a focus on effectiveness and validity to measure learning process. Now, there are some types of This that is language aptitude test measure the ability to learn a foreign language. Next, proficiency tests measure overall language ability. Next, placement tests place students at the appropriate level. Next, diagnostic test diagnose specific aspect of language and identify student strengths and weakness. Next, for the last is achievement tests measure students achievement in a subject. For the next week, in the week 6, we learn about standards based assessment. Standards based assessment, or SBA, is an evaluation approach that focuses on assessing students' ability based on established standards. Standard-based education is an educational approach that sets the academic standards that all students must achieve in a particular subject. Next, designing English language standard means establishing the skills and competencies that students must achieve in the field of English, covering speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills. The Comprehensive Adult Students Assessment System is a program designed to provide broad-based assessments of ESL curricula across the United States. Secretary's Commission in Achievement Necessary Skills is a similar set of standards complied by the U.S. Department of Labor. For the next week is the week 7, that is standardized testing. Standardized test is not limited to standards-based assessments but also involves system administration and scoring procedures. A well-designed standardized test result from extensive empirical research and development. Advantage. Okay, the advantage of these are, for the first one is efficient and practical. Next, we have validated and reliable. Next, we have fast scoring and reporting. For disadvantage is we have here potential measure, bias and indirect testing, and false sense of authority. Next, developing standardized test. For the first one is we have determined the purpose and objective. Next, we have design test specifications. Next, we have here design, select, and arrange test items and evaluate test items. For next, we have here specify scoring, procedures, and reporting. The last one is ongoing validation studies. Okay, that is all for me. Thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.